Two ways of building a barndominium. One is post frame, which is using wood columns and wood traditional framing and then wrapping it with metal. The other way is with structural steel. This is my 7,500 square foot do-it-yourself barndominium here in the upstate of South Carolina, Fountain Inn to be exact, and this is post frame. What I want to discuss today is how I set my posts. I have them on brackets on top of the slab. Some people put them in the ground, and so there is a discussion why put the posts in the ground, why not. So I want to discuss the pros and cons of why I did it the way I did it. Let's go take a look. So as you guys can see, I've got my 8x8 by 16 columns, my posts, and I'm going to go grab a bracket out in the yard. But if you look here, that's how it's sitting on the concrete. All right, so before I talk about how I made that heavy bracket, let's talk about wood. Wood rots. Wood gets ate by bugs in certain environment like the ground. When you put a piece of wood in the ground, I don't care if it's pressure treated or not, it's going to be subject to bugs and moisture. But John, it's pressure treated. I don't care. Wood will rot at some point, and somebody's grandpa out there has a pole barn that's been up for 100 million years. I don't care. So if we just take that column, we take that post, put it on top of a bracket like so, and then put that on top of reinforced concrete. That right there is 10 to 12 inches, I believe. I've got a pier that I poured extra deep, extra wide there. And that's gonna solve our problem with environment as far as the wood rotting. And I feel like that's pretty cheap insurance. How much does that bracket cost? Well, look, you can probably go online and get this bracket for about $200 something dollars, and then you got to get the fasteners, the through bolts. The fasteners get expensive. So I feel like $225, $250 if you go online and look up brackets. That's probably what you're going to pay. But if you look at, I've got a plasma cutter here, this plasma table, and these were made on a machine like that. And so if you look at this heavy thing, it's 3/16. We got some holes that were cut out, and then these were welded on. And so we'll just anchor that down, get your post in there, and it keeps that piece of wood safe from the environment and bugs. So that's why I chose these brackets instead of putting the post in the ground. Now there's other ways that people put posts in the ground still. They'll seal it with paint or some sort of tar. Look, keeping it out of the ground for 200 bucks, I feel like that's the way to go. Anyway, that is how I structured my building. I feel pretty good about it. And hopefully this helps people understand why you would get a bracket versus putting your posts in the ground. The people that put the posts in the ground, I think they're putting them in 2 to 4 feet. Listen, these are 16 feet, 8x8s. That's pretty big, guys. And so when I had Helene come through, 75-mile-an-hour winds, yeah, I wondered what it was gonna do, and it didn't move at all. There was, some creaks here and there, but I felt pretty good about it. So if you're wondering, 16 feet, 8x8s on brackets, and these footers and these piers, 10 to 12 inches deep, that's pretty solid. So I don't know where you live at. It's going to be subject to where you live. Out in the Midwest, you guys have to worry about snow load and everything else. I'm in the upstate of South Carolina, so for me, this is working. But listen, if you like this kind of content, guys, give me a subscribe to my channel. I do a lot more shorts and reels, so you can check me out on the other platforms as well. But like, subscribe, and share this with your friends.